All right, here we are again. This is exciting.
What's up, guys?
How's life?
It's treating me well. We're in the classic Illinois winter spring where it doesn't know what it wants, and it goes from 50 degrees this morning to 13 or something tonight. Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's great.
sounds about right.
yeah, we get that just with a lot of rain, maybe some snow, a little ice thrown in, all fun stuff. So, yeah. All right. So tonight we're gonna have a little bit of fun. If
We
you
always have fun.
watched recently, Chuck and I battled it out on Whiskey Tornado. Chuck beat me by 1 point. We will redo that thing coming up here. But I brought in
A substitute.
the A game. The
Oh.
captain.
Since TJ couldn't beat me, he
Yep.
had to go out and recruit.
Yeah, I did. Got a heck of an NIL deal. It's great. Yeah, it's just gonna cost me one basement, but we're gonna do this. So I picked 3 whiskeys, and Chuck and Heather.
Oh, you said they're whiskeys. Clue
Yep.
number 1. All right.
Well, whiskey, bourbon, rum, that family of liqueur. Well, I should have done that. I should have
Liqueur.
put like honey,
American
wild
honey?
turkey in there, just
are you,
like
Brian?
Brian. Yeah, had some fun with that. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to have them blind these off and see what they think they are. So how we're going to do the point system, really easy, is they get 1 point for the type, 1 point for the proof, 1 point for the price, 1 point for the distillery or brand, and 1 point for the state it comes from.
Oh man,
And then while they're doing that, I'm going to try
your own stuff.
my own stuff because somebody's got to be the person that knows everything going on, this is like the only time I actually get to say that. But I'm trying Buzzard's Roost. So we found these over in Kroger, and we've got Buzzard Roost barrel strength and their brand new toasted bourbon, which I'm kind of excited to see which one of these are good or bad. We'll see.
Okay, so you remembered what order you put them in for me?
Yes,
Yeah?
I know.
So A, B, C.
Yep, you and Chuck have the same order.
Okay.
All right, so the noses on these Buzzard Roosts I got are pretty good.
I love the toasted rye.
Yeah, their toasted rye is absolutely amazing.
Tons of nutmeg.
Whew. What did you do to us? I don't know how I'm gonna get a lot of these things. I'll just be making them up, shooting in the wind.
That's what, all the best whiskey tubers do is we just make it up.
I figured.
All right.
Some of these are hard. I mean, distillery, brand, and state are going to be tied together. So it's like if you get one, you might get 2. Although
Yeah.
maybe that's the strategy
Yeah.
where you guess 2 different things.
Yeah, this state one is, interesting.
Price is a fun
Throw in
one
there.
because it's kind of an assessment of quality.
Hey, Tipsy Whiskey, thanks for joining. Appreciate
Cheers,
it.
Tipsy Whiskey. Shenanigans.
Feel
Our
like that.
shenanigans are evil. Our shenanigans are cheeky and goofy.
I like both of these Buzzard Roosts. I don't know if I have a favorite yet.
I mean, I'm still sipping on number 1. Enjoying the whiskey. This is not bad.
I tried.
I don't want to give too much away to my competitor.
Mm-hmm. I've not jotted down a type yet.
Mm.
Oh, no. Gonna try number 2. Oh, number 2 is interesting.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Well, Chuck, I think you're going to have to come try the Buzzard's Roost before we decide who gets what bottle, because I'm okay with either one.
I like that idea. Sorry, I was just caught off guard by this nose on number 2. I think this is gonna be. I mean, this will be fun to hear Heather's tasting notes on these. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't jotting anything down, but that's all I'm picking up on. I don't think about all these other things when I'm drinking it. I'm thinking of the flavors.
Yeah. Fortunately, there's no way to like judge correctness of the flavors. I wish.
Yeah. Well, you have to invite Fred on, and then like have Fred be like the master of the flavors.
Yeah.
And
Or just do like closest to their description. Keywords. What are the keywords of these, and how many of those keywords did you hit? So I will say, Chuck, so I did this on the side, and I hit 21 of the characteristics out of 90 to classify me as a tater.
so we might have to go through that later. I was reading through them. I was not tallying them.
Oh, okay. So
I
for those of you
probably-
out there,
is this like a Cosmo quiz?
yeah, it's basically like Cosmo.
for
Are
the
you a
whiskey
tater?
drinker, yeah. That's right.
So there's a website blog called Tater Talk, and he's got a list of 90 plus, and he's always altering it and things like that, of things that make you a tater, and so you can read through and look at it. So I had fun reading through it and everything like that. So things like pay secondary markup price for any bottle that has just recently become scarce, i.e. age stated Elijah Craig 12 when you passed on it on the shelf 6 months ago. Insta flip bottles only to buy them back on the secondary within the month. My personal favorite, selling whiskey in the secondary market because your wife makes you. You have actual bills to pay.
Bills to pay, yeah. Were there any of those questions that you answered that you were like, shoot, I do this?
Yeah, it was like, start a whiskey channel or a blog. Try to get free samples sent to you. Like, yep.
I laughed at the if you put ice in a Glencairn.
Yeah, I don't know how you put ice in a Glencairn. Like, nope.
It's special little ice. It's like the Sonic ice, you know those. It's like
Oh yeah.
tiny little
Nugget ice. Little nuggets.
Oh man. So we got any ideas for type?
I mean, yeah, I'm ready on type if Heather is.
I think I might be. Hold on.
Cheers,
Okay.
Jake.
Hey Jake, thanks for watching. McKenna 10, that's a good pour to start with, man. Oh, there you go. Chuck's got it too. Anytime we see a bottle, we buy one, and I always make sure I have a backup because prices on that's getting crazy. So.
I suspect this is my predictions for we're doing a March Madness distillery / Power of Bourbon challenge. So it's gonna be our bracket for March Madness, and Brian drafted Heaven Hill, and I suspect this Henry McKenna is gonna make an appearance as his choice for Heaven Hill.
Oh, I guess I could. Oh, there's my list. We could say what all of us have. We get those of you guys that are watching. You could let us know your thoughts. So we drafted. Let's see. Brian's got Heaven Hill, Buffalo Trace, MGP, and Barton. Chuck has Wild Turkey, Makers, New Riff, and Jack Daniels. I have Old Foe, Jim Beam, Four Roses, and Dickel. So the rules are we get to enter in bourbons, ryes, whiskeys, whatever we want. We're going to do a bracket against them. but the total cost cannot be over $180 for those 4 bottles. So if you drafted those, what are some bourbons, whiskeys, ryes, whatever that you'd put in? Interested to see. Mainly, Old Forester, Four Roses, all of mine. To give me some ideas, I'd appreciate that. I need to beat these guys.
The budget definitely made it difficult.
Oh, I know.
I don't work on a budget. What is this? It probably did keep it fair.
Yep.
So
Level the playing field.
it did.
All right, so you guys both got your types?
Yeah, I think I'm just
Yes.
gonna go for it.
All right.
I'm not gonna take it as seriously. I feel like Chuck is very serious about it with all of his choices. Okay.
I mean, if I lose, I'm a failure. If you ain't first, you're last, as the great Ricky Bobby says.
All right, so we'll do this. Chuck, type for 1.
Rye.
Heather?
Finished whiskey. Is that a type?
Rye. Keep it easy. Rye, bourbon, rum, Irish whiskey, Scotch.
Oof. I don't. Now you've okay.
We'll go. Okay, fine. Finished whiskey. All right, number 2.
Bourbon.
Yeah,
Bourbon?
bourbon.
3.
Bourbon.
I'm gonna throw out Scotch.
Okay. So after round 1, Chuck has 1 point.
Oh,
Heather has 0.
Oh.
what?
Interesting.
What did you send us?
So how do we get bourbon wrong? That's what I want to know. I feel like that was a sure one.
Oh, well then like nothing else about this is right.
Exactly.
This is great. I enjoy it.
What in the world is this? Well, I mean,
All right, so the second one is proof.
I
Gotta
thought
get
the first one was drinking pretty hot. I was going 117.
All right, so 1, you're going 117.
I mean, this has got to be a rye. So that means these other 2 aren't bourbon.
What do you think proof is on number 1?
Well, so I felt like it was just a younger one, so it was a little harsher, but not necessarily high proof. So I say 95.
95. Okay. Number 2. We'll go with you, Heather.
Well, I really thought this was a bourbon, but I'm gonna say 100.
100.
Yeah, this seemed a little higher to me.
Okay. Chuck?
I'll go 105.
105. And number 3.
I thought this was higher, but again, I was thinking it's a bourbon, so 113.
What did you say? 117?
113.
Oh, 113.
See, to me, it's like sloshing around so much. I think it's lower, so I'm gonna go with 90.
90.
We'll see.
All right. Man, this is... All right, so now Chuck has got 3 points, and you've got 0 points.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
This is great.
All right.
It's just, I don't think anybody's a winner here.
I just
TJ
like it.
is. TJ's the evil mastermind.
I know. Well, to be fair, coming up here, she's going to get us back because what we're going to start doing is every so often, Heather is going to randomly choose 3 bottles from my entire collection, put them in samples, not let any of us know what they are, and we are going to do this exact same game, but she gets to be the one with all the answers and score and see how hard of a time we have. All right, so now the difficult one, price.
Well, I haven't gotten anything right so far, so I don't think it really matters. I figured the first one was a lower price.
Okay.
$40.
40?
60.
60? We'll say within 10, by the way.
I was gonna, yeah, we didn't specify range there, but
Shooting in the dark here.
Mm-hmm.
Second one?
Yep.
60.
Man. Jack.
Don't like your response.
I'd yeah, not being bourbon starts to throw me though, because it's like, wait a second.
Like, whatever. I think you're lying. I think you mislabeled these.
I did not.
80.
You took terrible notes.
180.
80. And the third one.
I feel like the third one might be 60 as well.
60.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm going increasing in price. I'm going to go 100.
Okay.
And Heather still has 0 points.
So it is now Heather has 2 points
Oh.
and Chuck has 4 points.
Back in the game.
Closing in.
This next one is going to be terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah, but it's going to be
It's so
equally
related to the first two.
it's going to be equally as hard for him. Knob 12 in the bracket. Absolutely. I feel like Knob 12 has to be in there. Also, that'll help allow me to put in some more expensive stuff, which is good.
Yeah, but that still is a really good one.
I was saying Knob 12's 60.
Oh, wait,
bucks,
Knob 12's... Oh, yeah, Knob 12 is more expensive. Oh.
I was going to say, that's, I mean, with
50 or
180,
60, yeah, 50 or 60.
You'd have to be pinching somewhere else, which you could definitely do.
Yeah, but it is, yeah. I was thinking more like Knob 9, but no, 12. Like
The
12,
barrel strength.
Yeah, the barrel strength. 12 is
Yeah, I think
definitely a good one.
either of those could be good options, yeah.
Yeah, definitely a Knob Creek for the Jim Beam section.
Yeah, unless you get one of your special IGA bookers that's discounted to $50 because they had it in the back room for 3 years.
If I could find that, yeah, absolutely.
I actually suggested to him to not do a Booker's, just because I know that's not always everybody's favorite. So if you want a true winner with the group.
Yeah.
I feel like Knob Creek's a nice balance. Bookers sometimes can be a little bit peanut forward.
It is.
Yeah.
And Knob Creek kind of tames that down. So it kind of hits more palates.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
There is a little bit of gamesmanship because it's like, the three of us are choosing, including Brian. So you're trying to hit Brian's palate too, which, you're just trying to get smoky and taste like 1910.
But you got Old Foe.
I'm just throwing 1910, my friend. I'll win the whole bracket.
Yes, exactly. Because you're going to vote for your bourbon, and then Brian, will vote for 1910.
Oh, that's the way to do it. All right, so either distillery or brand, either works.
How about we just say those two at the same time because we're doing state as well. So just to speed this up here, if you can record that faster.
But to review, Chuck said the first one was a bourbon and that was wrong?
No, he said the first one was rye.
Oh, okay.
Which has to be right. That's the only thing I'm right about. I think.
But you only got one.
Yeah, he got 1 point for that, and then he got 2 of the proofs right, and he got one.
Yeah,
of
I'm
the
just worried about
right.
the first, because that's helping determine the other stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got the bourbon wrong, because we both said bourbon for the second one, but that was wrong.
Yep.
Because he only got 1 point on that first one.
Only one, yeah. So I said bourbon on the last two and was incorrect.
And I said Scotch, and that was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So we still don't know what that third one could be. We could make this a collaboration here again.
I was going to say, yeah. I mean, I'm struggling. If this isn't...
Yeah, the second one, I'm like, I really
I don't get
thought
rye
I knew.
notes, so is it like it can't be is it a finished rye?
Because it's
I'm trying to think what he has on his shelf.
I was getting
Good
notes
luck.
of chocolate. I'm like, oh, this is totally Makers because there's notes of chocolate in this.
For which, number 2?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely chocolate in that one.
What?
Can we play the game where I just say what notes there are in there? No. I like your original one. Match the label.
Because then everyone's a winner. I get chocolate. No, there's no chocolate. Prove me wrong.
I do get chocolate.
Welcome to all
I got some
my household. whatever she
Smoky
says.
vanilla on number 2 as well.
All right, so state and distillery. Number 1, what are we going with?
I think this could be a blend, but I'm going to go Kentucky.
Okay. I did almost ask as another category, blend or straights, because I felt like that would have been good.
Okay, but so I'm going Kentucky, or at least has a portion of Kentucky in there, Kentucky Rye, and I'm going to say Pursuit United.
All right.
Which actually, I don't know if Pursuit United actually has Kentucky in there, but
it does. Pursuit United is New York and Kentucky, Bardstown and Finger Lakes.
Because I get a little bit of this, like it reminds me of Rare Breed rye.
Okay.
You get a little bit of that, like cardamom, green tea, lemon.
I was gonna say green apple. I'm getting some green apple.
Not that classic like dill pickle MGP rye.
Mm-hmm. I like it. What do you got?
Well, I was gonna say Indiana.
Indiana?
Yeah, because I originally thought it was finished because there's all those weird things going on. But
and
did you send the hard truth again?
I don't know.
Name a Indiana distillery.
MGP.
Well, I feel like I know Starlight.
Right.
Yeah, I wrote down MGP.
Okay. Number 2. We'll go with you first. Good luck.
This is the stumper.
Yep.
I don't understand. So it's not a bourbon, but it has chocolate notes.
Yep.
I don't know where rums would come from.
The Dominican. Grenada. We should go.
Yes, we must go try.
Yep.
It's for the channel.
Yeah, I think, that's a great idea.
Trip to Grenada. Mm-hmm.
Could this be a cognac? It doesn't have that classic, like, deep grape that I get on the cognacs that I've had.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I don't get wine notes.
I get smokiness, but you said Scotch on this, right?
No, I said it on the last one. I said this was bourbon.
Somebody watches the channel a bunch.
I'm saying 2's number is a Scotch.
Okay. Yeah, if you're getting smokiness, yeah.
All right, so what, I guess, country are we going with?
Scotland.
Scotland?
But I don't know, like, we did that Scotch flight. I have no idea on. It's not Islay, because it's not peated.
No, Scotland's fine. Scotland's fine.
No, I can't.
Oh, you're thinking distillery. So are you also going Scotland, Chuck? Or is this a collaboration effort?
This is a collaboration. Yeah, at this point, like, we're working through this together.
All right. And distillery.
Like I said, that's not, like, I don't know some of the...
You need me to lay Glen Scotia, Glen Morangi.
No. Glen Scotia, maybe. I'll go with that. I still don't... I don't know. I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah.
I like this. This is even better than I thought it would be. I really thought you guys would get this, like, right off the bat.
I thought I did too, and then you told me I was wrong.
Ed,
and you have no
save
idea
us.
How cruel I am. Just you wait till the reveal. You're going to die laughing.
Let's get this third one done.
Yep, Jake watches channel a bunch. He's calling Longmorn 16. All right, number 3. State and brand.
It's so...
Can I get this vanilla?
Mm-hmm.
What were we going to say, Heather?
I don't know. I'm still thrown. It's so watery, and I was wrong on the proof. I don't know.
Could just be just thinking light whiskeys that he has, or American whiskeys. Is this a sign you're pouring hard truth? Like you're...
Oh, you didn't.
So maybe this last one is a rye.
I'm not pouring hard truth for you guys anymore. This thing is too good. Pick it up if you don't have it.
My bottle's sitting behind you. Don't steal it.
Oh, it might be stolen.
What is... Okay, I'm going to go random again. We're going to go rye. Well,
okay.
I mean, that was from before.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to change that. But What's the Wisconsin one? Driftless Glen?
Driftless Glen. So
We're going to go with that. We're going to go with that. Kind of lighter.
Okay.
I feel like it's younger. Could be them.
Okay. Chuck?
I'll go New York, Finger Lakes.
All right.
Okay.
So let's see here. You picked up 2 more points.
Ooh.
You picked up 1.5 points.
That's all I needed, though.
So that ends it at 5.5 to 4.
Oh man, that was a.
All right. Tough battle. Tough battle.
So,
Tell us what we got.
All right. So, interesting. Yes, Ed, the sweet mash is amazing. Thank you so much for turning us on to that.
It's like, stay tuned, Ed.
Yeah, we did. I entered it in the top whiskey. My list is coming out Thursday. Brian's will come out Tuesday, and the results will come out next Thursday. Let's just say pick it up if you haven't found it, but it finished top half. All right. So they were all 3 ryes.
Oh. Okay, then. How is that second one a rye? I really want to know how this is a rye.
It's got to be a finished rye.
The first one was
so sweet.
So the first one is Lance's pick of Stellam rye.
Wow.
So you guys both got within 10 on the price. But yeah, so it is Stellam, so MGP Indiana. So there was your 2 points right there.
Oh.
But yeah, so that was that one.
That's really nice for an MGP rye.
Yeah, that's a great pick.
That tartness again. I'm getting like crisp.
What was proof?
Apple.
117.4. So you basically hit it right on the head.
Oh.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my 95er, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
There wasn't a single one under 100 proof wine. Actually, under 105.
Which, like, I don't understand how that's true of this last one. I mean, I don't know.
It is watery, Heather. I agree with you.
Yeah. All right. And then number 2, Blue Run Cask Strength.
Blue Run?
Yeah.
So not finished.
Not finished. That's their Blue Run.
So the Blue Run rye.
Yep.
You know what I thought this was, TJ? The nose reminds me a ton of our New Riff single barrel pick. I get a lot of butter and toffee, and then with like a subtle like smoky char.
Interesting.
It is a good one. Like of the 3,
Tobacco
the second
notes?
one is my favorite. Like I could keep drinking too.
I would expect that.
It's the most expensive?
At $135.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, so that is Blue Run.
She knows quality.
Kentucky, $135, 106 proof. And then the final one,
I had 106 written down there.
You guessed, for number 1 was actually number 3, which is Pursuit United Rye. So because they are Finger Lakes, I gave you half a point on the distillery.
Half?
It's Bardstown and it is Finger Lakes and technically Pursuit United.
That was a loaded
but
question.
I gave you the full point for New York. It is 108 proof and a rye.
108. That's on the lower end.
I feel good. I lived up to my name that I know my proofs.
Yeah, I mean that's where you just like took the lead. I really thought like you guys would pick up on all 3 was a rye, to be honest.
I'm still shocked. Like I still don't.
They're not as spicy.
I can believe the third one is a rye. I still don't believe this Blue Run. Like this is.
I will say though, like you had me kind of like guessing maybe you threw some 4 Roses at me or something.
I mean, I think
spice in there, and maybe that spice is that rye.
Yeah.
hint of it. I was like, oh, I wonder if he did this to me.
I think we're gonna have to start doing this a little more often and have a lot more fun with it. So.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
I like that you stuck with a theme, though.
Yes.
I do appreciate that you did rise,
Mhm.
because I was concerned that you were going to be all over the map and just kind of picking random things. So I like the theme.
Yeah. Well,
I think Lance scared me. You know, he did throw everything at us.
Mhm.
Yeah, he
So
did.
that I was.
Yeah. A little nervous, but
Because I thought these were both rye bourbons, and so I was picking up a little rye in the finish, but it wasn't. It's not the. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that these are 100. Obviously, I didn't guess that these are over 51% rye.
yeah.
Still though.
Mhm.
Oh, I just saw it from Dylan. So Dylan, no problem, man. Enjoyed sending you guys that double oaked. So glad you enjoyed it. Appreciate it. So yeah.
Well, I maintain the belt, but it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like a great victory.
So I've been brainstorming. So I think what we do is maybe March we started, maybe April, but we do this once a month, whether we record it or do a live. I think live would be more fun. But we do it for a year, and at the end of the year, whoever has the champion title, the other two guys have to buy him a bottle of bourbon.
And let's set a price on this right away.
Has to be
So-
over.
So Brian can start putting in
$40.
like $5 a week to his
Yeah.
pay Charlie his victory fund.
Has to. We'll say anywhere from $50 to $100 is what that bottle has to be, and that does not mean.
Oh, I'm thinking $100 a
Hennessy.
piece, so that's like $200.
What now?
I'm thinking barrel gold.
Oh. If I win, yes. I mean, I guess the two people could combine to
No,
buy.
that's what.
the
Yeah,
same
that's what I
one.
meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you think that if Brian were here, since he's the rye master, he would have just like totally schooled Chuck? We'll never know.
We
We'll
won't.
never know.
It could have happened. He's
Tune in to
better
find
at
out.
this than he likes to put on.
It's true.
Well, now that he doesn't have COVID and his nose is back,
Yeah. That was
it's
very
amazing.
true. Hmm. So.
We lost him there for 2 months.
Yeah, that was a little rough. So, yeah. All right. So, what is the Stellam flight you got planned for us, Chuck? So we can do that.
Yeah. So I mean, if you watch the channel enough, you know Chuck's a barrel bourbon fan. So they released Stellam middle of the year, which is they came out with it kind of as their low priced offering. So they came out with this whole new brand, Stellam, separate from barrel. Honestly, packaging isn't as nice. The bottle isn't as nice, but a lower price point. So a lot of the barrels come in at $85. The Stellam, the normal Stellam comes in at $50. I think I saw it today at Benny's though, $55.
Yeah, it's somewhat.
And I think it's designed to be a more consistent offering. So kind of just hit that lower price and just or more consistent, since their batches are so unique. Trying to do that, and then like within 3 months they came out with a higher price version of Stellam. So it wasn't meant to be this lower priced, at least brand. It just meant to be maybe a just more consistent brand, something that they can batch a lot of barrels together and provide this consistent flavor profile. So coming in at $100, they released this Stellam Black. So I was intrigued. So I bought a bottle of Stellam Black. Is it? I mean, to me, the question is it better than the batches? And then I also put in a Bardstown Discovery Series, 2 different barrel batches, one that we love that's been released in the last 2 years, and then one that was maybe lower on our ranking.
Mm-hmm.
And then also added in a MGP.
Ooh.
So it's all similar price point too. So the cheapest in there might be $65 or $70, but up to the Bardstown Discovery Series at $120, $130. So we'll see if the Stellam holds its ground or where it ranks. Is it better just to buy a barrel batch? Is it better just to buy a MGP barrel strength? Or is the Discovery Series hold strong?
So you've got, was it 2 extra flights that you're willing to give away?
I do. So I have, unless we're just giving away Brian's too, then I have 3. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Brian, if you actually watch this.
He doesn't, unless he's on.
Yep. So I have 2 extra. I filled 2 extra flights. So I got you and Brian plus a couple for 2 Patreon.
Yeah. So we've got Patreon members, and so what we did, and I'm going to share that right now, right there. So what we're going to do is we entered all our top tier Patreon guys in 3 times, our mid tier twice, and our low tier once. We're going to spin twice, and we are going to see who we're going to send these samples off to. So let me go over here to the spin. And around it goes. Oh, all right. So Ed Bell, and we'll remove one of him, will be our first. And number 2.
Ed and Ed.
The other Ed.
What is this?
Ed Sturger. All right, perfect. So we are going to send these off to you guys. Be on the lookouts. Also, our top tier Patreon guys, be on the lookout. We are going to be coming up here doing a live stream that I am super excited about. I'm sure Heather will join in on this one also. It'll be with a lot of people. But we have the Maker's Mark DNA series. I've got all 4 bottles that I am sitting on. So what Maker's Mark did is they kept what they normally do, and they changed it up a little bit by putting different entry proofs in. So they did 110, 115, 120, and 125. And that was the only thing that changed. They left it in the same place in the warehouse, all of that stuff. So we will be able to see how entry proof changes the flavor of the bourbon, which is really exciting. Being science guys and everything like that, that just sounds really, really cool. So we will be sending samples to all of our top Patreon and one lucky other Patreon, because one of our top Patreons already has the set. So he donated his samples to somebody else. And then we're going to invite Lance Whiskey Tornado on and give him a sample that he can give to one of his Patreon members, everything like that, and just see what we think. So we're going to go into it. Everybody's going to know which one is which, and we're just going to give you our thoughts on what we think of it. So I'm pretty excited for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, those bottles are literally just sitting over there unopened.
Yeah, you could have put them out on display, but...
Mm-hmm. I'm really excited. I mean, you hear distilleries tout one way or the other that their entry proof is somehow better. Some of these newer craft distilleries, I think Finger Lakes is one of them. You know, they go in the barrel at a lower entry proof. They say that helps, the interaction of that whiskey, the distillate with the wood, helps it bring out wood sugars without necessarily bringing out some of those bitter compounds. I don't know. We'll find out.
Mm-hmm. All right. So now we got to do it. The tater list.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you reading these and then like an Italian, or how are we doing this?
So the goal is just, I guess, you hit over 21, so I'm not the bigger tater. That's really all I hope for.
Oh, this is great.
All right, let's do this. Did you get Brian's? No. He didn't
no, of course not. Like, Brian doesn't respond to anything, so that's just the way it goes. All right, so the whiskey tater reason. So 1, buy a spot in a whiskey raffle when the bottle is 20% over market value.
No, never.
No. Oh, darn. Pay secondary market price for any bottle that has just recently become scarce when you pass it up on a shelf 6 months ago. No.
No, I don't buy things on secondary.
Yeah. Insta-flip bottles to buy them back a month later? Nope. Own a full set of orphan barrels? We don't do that either.
Nope.
Buy blended whiskeys in plastic handles while dusty hunting? Nope.
Although you would totally do something like that.
What? I mean, I would
if you started dusty hunting, like you would just be buying like really bad whiskey, and then you'd say it's the greatest stuff ever.
But I wouldn't buy if I'm
like,
dusty
TJ,
hunting, I'm not gonna buy plastic. I'm gonna at least buy glass.
I don't know. You're like, but it's 1937 plastic.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's probably got
Gonna
BPA
die.
in it. Yeah.
Selling whiskey in the secondary market because your wife makes you, because you have to pay the bills.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Put ice in a Glencairn. We know you do that.
Sometimes. Only when no one's watching.
Nugget ice.
Refer to anything Van Winkle or from Stitzel Weller as Pappy.
No.
Purchase any.
That actually like irks you
It
when
does.
other people do that.
He said it on a
He'll, like,
video.
tell me later. He'll be like, "I bit my tongue, but
This is not Pappy.
this."
Yeah.
And I wanted to correct them so badly, and I'm like, "I'm proud of you, honey. Thank you."
Yep. That's the life I live. Post online video reviews if your name isn't Ralphie. Yep.
Yeah.
Have seriously spoken the phrase liquid gold, bygone era, dusty goodness, or in the wild?
Yes,
So in the wild, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's-
you all have.
Yeah.
totally said some.
Sell or collect empty bottles. We don't do that.
Never.
Pay to be in any type of bourbon group for access for barrel picks?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Camp out overnight for any allocated whiskey? I said no. I have never been overnight.
Not overnight.
So,
But he
TJ's
has
like,
discussed
I
it.
waited in line 16 hours, but it was never
But
overnight.
it wasn't overnight.
Exactly. That is the key. Have multiple Weller 12s, Old Weller Antique for vatting and aging purposes.
Not for vatting and
Right.
aging.
Not
So,
for bad.
that is
I
exactly-
like we
Okay.
have them in possession.
Type or say the phrase, this just happened, or today was a good day when referring to your whiskey purchases.
Yes.
I've probably said today is a good day.
Yes.
Although not recently. Let me tell you, it's been
Yeah.
dry hunting.
Posting bottles and bourbon and guns, showcase, bourboner, and then later the same day on whatever Facebook secondary group that Zuck has not nuked.
No.
No, yeah, I don't really post my bottles. Liking your own Facebook bourbon group comments or posts.
No. I don't really
No.
post.
Justifying your purchase of XYZ bottle by saying you traded an old Rip Van Winkle tin that I had only had $50 in as part of the deal, aka tater math. Nope.
No.
No, he likes to justify it in other ways. It's for the channel, honey.
Yeah, that's right.
Offering a platter of turds in ISO of a unicorn.
That one made me laugh. No, I don't do that.
Using the term whiskey journey or bourbon journey in a sentence. Yep.
Yeah.
Here, add this. This.
What? Let's see. Jake said, being a rookie, I spent $99 in Weller Special. Big mistake. Yeah, we've all been there. The important thing is you learn.
That's right. You learn.
Yeah. I mean, again,
You got some Weller on secondary, like early on.
yeah, really, really early. Well, that was when I got the
It was the
the
big.
You got the
giant
leaders.
big- yeah, the leaders, all three of them for $200, the entire
That's-
set. I was like,
Yeah.
that's really not a bad deal. And then it went just like through the roof. I was gonna say, like, Jake, to make you feel better, Chuck and I both bought, what was it, the Blue Run for like $200. So I to be honest, I would have rather bought a Weller Special for $100 than that Blue Run for $200.
Or what I just bought today.
Yeah.
I won't fully reveal because that's going to be a blind on the channel someday. But
I'm excited to know which one's good and which one's bad. That's exciting.
I spent over $100 and I'm very disappointed.
Oh gosh,
Ooh.
that's why we have Chuck in the
You
group.
gotta. I think you guys should share more of that. People can, comment. You all share like your best of and your
The
favorites.
misery.
But you guys really need like the flops video or
Wait,
something.
yeah.
Ooh, I like that. The flops. Flops
Pretty
of.
Mhm.
Biggest flops. The bottles we bought that we don't want others to know about.
Yeah, that's right.
So we'll share it with you anyway. What is it? Organize a vertical tasting bourbon barrel aged in maple syrups. We have not done that.
Have not, but that sounds like a
I
delightful
was
idea.
gonna say, I would totally do that.
Yeah, that does sound pretty good.
With different pancakes,
Yeah.
please.
Fund any distillery startup using crowdsourced
Indiegogo.
funding. Yeah, that one. Or crowdsource funding site so you can be part of the experience.
No.
If a bottle is for sale in a group, you make offers, try to buy bottles in the background of the bottle's picture. Nope. Just don't buy enough on secondary.
Yeah, I don't buy. Yeah.
Peel labels off bottles and keep them in a scrapbook. Nope. Just checking.
How well would that work, though? Peeling a label off?
I don't think it'd work very well. Buying whiskey you don't even like, but you have to have it to complete the vertical.
That's totally you.
Yeah, the pinhook. I'm gonna keep buying the pinhook. Add a C+S only label on a bottle. No. If traveling and visiting a new city, you post on social media groups asking for information where to find allocated whiskey in the best stores and honey holes. No. Starting a
I feel like you would do that if you
I just
traveled
strike out
more.
instead, and I just go to these terrible liquor stores
I would have to make friends with people, and that's hard too.
or stuff. Yeah.
Starting an ISO for sale on secondary posts with any long explanation of why you are buying or selling. Nope. Posting a picture on social media of a bottle and asking if it's good or thoughts after you've already purchased it. No, I do my research ahead of time.
Do you see a lot of those posts, though?
Buying special whiskey water to add to your whiskey via tap versus tap or routinely available bottled water.
I have not done that, but I did buy Perrier, mineral water, to do what, basically what Widow Jane does. So I'm going to make it flat and then pour it in. So maybe that's like a half point. But it's for the channel. It's for the channel.
Yeah, it's for the channel. Pay over $75 for any bottle of Canadian whiskey.
I think, honestly, the only bottle of Canadian whiskey I have is, help me, the Canadian single barrel. Caribou Crossing.
Yeah. If we bought an Obtainium, then we would be guilty of that, but neither of us have done that.
Yeah, we don't buy Whistle Pig either, so it's...
Right. Even though you don't like the bottle or consider it overpriced, you buy it anyways because you consider it a good find.
Yeah, I take that.
Yeah. You mean like you just did?
But it's not a good find if it's not good whiskey. So.
For a long weekend away from your bunker, you pour out and label more than 10 50-milliliter bottles so you can taste it while you're away. That just seems like smart planning. That does not seem like a problem. Apply a wax top to your bottle to make it special.
No, I haven't done that.
No.
If you pay a premium to buy a vertical horizontal collection over the already inflated secondary market price, have not done that. If you get together with friends for whiskey drinking and play any game involving cards that is not poker, check. Catan.
That's not a card game. Dominion?
It has cards.
What's that other one that Brian was all about? He pulled out his
Dominion.
collection.
Yeah, I've never seen a man collect so many Dominion cards in my life.
I grew up with baseball cards and trying to collect Michael Jordan cards, and Brian's collecting Dominion.
Yeah. Oh, man. Post whiskey, crotch shots, or selfies with your finds on social media.
Not on social media. Maybe the text message with Brian and TJ.
The fact that this list offends you rather than humors you. No, this just humors me. Yeah. Proud of your complete set of blade and bow keys. I don't think we've even bought a blade and bow yet.
Don't even have a blade and bow. Missing out.
Rush out to buy any bottle Jim Murray's Whiskey Bible named an award winner. Double tater for immediately listing said bottle on secondary at 50% premium to what it was selling for. Nope. Cost plus ship or sell it slightly above cost in large quantities to hopefully build a relationship with your local liquor store. No. Keep a spreadsheet that tracks what is in your infinity bottle, posting to social media about what you have in it, or purchasing special bottle to track what it's in or what's in it. Yeah, I've got a spreadsheet for my infinity bottle.
I don't have an infinity bottle.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say, do I have an inventory spreadsheet? Whew.
Yeah, I was like,
what did that one?
Know the difference between A.H. Hirsch and Hirsch bottles, but posting away like a badass thinking you do.
No.
Become a whiskey blogger so you get free samples.
Yeah, okay.
How's that working out for you?
Pretty good.
You get free samples?
From Chuck.
Oh.
and some of our Patreon. Okay. And Lance sends some good stuff. If you walk into a store looking for rare whiskey and happily leave with a hand-sold bottle of Jefferson's Ocean or other shelf turd. I feel like you and I, that's a no, but somebody else on this channel is a possible yes.
I mean, there was a time that was true. I would just buy anything. Like, I wasn't going to leave the store without something. That's how you end up with bad decisions.
Yeah. So this is absolutely Chuck. When you go into a bar, instead of drinking an old-fashioned with Rittenhouse, you pay slightly more to have it made with good bourbon.
100% every time. I'm not ashamed.
Print custom labels for your bourbon. We don't do that. You believe all barrel picks are superior to standard bottle expressions.
Yes.
I don't actually believe that's true, but I would generally always buy the single barrel over the...
Yeah, I will. Yeah,
I understand the variation within a single barrel, but
especially if it's from a place like I trust. Like if I've had their store picks, I'm gonna go with it. You like whiskey solely based on the fact it is smooth. Maybe if we were just starting out, but not since then.
Not anymore.
Oh, Jake's got a valid point. You have bought expensive. Barrel Seagrass is Canadian.
Oh, dang it, Jake. You need to stop paying attention. So
that's a point, sir.
What was the Canadian statement?
Canadian over $75, and you spent $250.
Gosh, dang it.
Yes, thank you, Jake.
Thanks for keeping us honest, bringing integrity to the channel, Jake.
What is it? If you insist bourbon can only be produced in Kentucky, argue Lincoln County process prohibits Jack Daniels from being bourbon. You pay more or assume an autograph on a bottle increases the secondary value. Like all these secondary stuff kind of kills us because we just.
I do like my Bardstown autographs, but
yeah,
I'm not selling them. They're open.
Yeah,
and mostly drank.
Purchase crappy Canadian whiskey because you found the TTB pulled the label. Call every liquor store in a 100-mile radius asking if they have any allocated whiskey.
Calling?
Yeah,
no.
Calling them.
Maybe showing up and asking.
I was going to say.
Not
calling is not
in
going to yield good results.
Radius. That would take forever.
That is an exaggeration.
Yeah. Prepay thousands of dollars up front for a barrel of whiskey from any new distillery. Nope. No. Maybe if we get to be super big and have 100,000 subscribers, we'll do that for the channel. Hype up any barrel pick you bought bottles of only later to flip on the secondary. Nope. Purchase any spirit named after, inspired, or created by a celebrity, living or dead, including any actors, sports stars, and musicians and artists. Bradshaw bourbon.
I don't think I have any. I've been tempted on Sweetens Cove lately.
You want to get the Brad Paisley one?
Oh yeah, the Brad Paisley one.
So should we get the Brad Paisley one?
I mean, TJ, I was thinking it was for the channel that we could do a celebrity episode.
I think so too. I've heard good things about the Brad Paisley one.
All right.
I'll pick up the Sweetens Cove and we'll.
Oh, deal done.
There you go.
We need to get the what's the one out of Cedar Ridge? The is that Slipknot?
Oh yeah, Blackened.
No, not Blackened. That's not Cedar Ridge, right? I think it's Slipknot.
Oh, the Slipknot one. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Post pictures on social media when inside a liquor store saying, "What should I buy?" I mean, two of us don't do that, but one of us, but it's not on social media. He just texts us. Collect empty liquor boxes or tubes. Repurpose a bourbon bottle.
Oh, I like how he just like blows through that. Like,
I do not collect empty liquor.
You are a tube collector.
There's tubes right there
To me, okay.
with bottles.
To be fair, what I'm saying by this is I go out and buy the tubes and collect them. That's what I'm reading.
You sent me, it was an Eagle, like an international Eagle Rare, some like silver tube that you were like, I tried to buy this.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Because it wasn't available.
You repurpose bourbon bottles for lamps. Take a class or become or describe yourself as a bourbon sommelier or a bourbon steward.
Yes.
I haven't finished the class yet. Do I have to take it?
Purchase a bottle of whiskey you never intend to open because of bottle packaging. Heck no, open everything. Make a suggestion.
Well, the only one we haven't opened is that Caribou Croissant.
Yeah, because of this man over here that says don't do it.
Not special.
I mean, if you want to open it and try it.
No, I
do it.
You know, that checks me off the tater list, I guess. We're not going to open
it. Make a suggestion or inspire a reason to be on this list. I feel like we did. Your favorite brand, your whiskey brand is Willet Family Estate over 10-year-old because it's consistent with your taste profile. Nope.
I think I've only had one 1 ounce sample of a purple top over 10 years old.
Wasn't that amazing? Participate or run a virtual blind tasting. Well, shoot, we do that pretty often.
Yeah.
Try to capitalize on hardship endured by a restaurant or bar during a crisis such as a pandemic to buy their allocated whiskey at distressed prices. This is also known as a bourbon buzzard.
We were trying to help them.
We were not going to buy it at discounted prices. We were going to buy it at regular prices.
Oh, so you didn't give yourself a point on that? I totally remember that brunch. Okay, I was like,
yeah,
I
did. I never got anything, but I tried.
No, exactly. Yeah.
You will not open the first bottle of whiskey until you have a backup bottle.
No.
Nope. What? What have I not opened? I even opened my Pappy 15 before I had a backup bottle.
Okay, fair enough. You are willing to open it.
Yeah, exactly.
But you like barely have any until you have that backup.
A lot of these bottles are very empty. I buy more bottles of other brands, so I don't drink the bottles I've opened.
That's true.
So how many questions do we have left?
We're on 72 out of 92, so 20.
So I'm at 15.
Oh man, it's close.
I think I can. I think I'm gonna make it. You're gonna be more.
I think you are. Obtain a vanity license plate. Nope. Part of a whiskey club that enters your private barrel pick in any type of whiskey awards show. Nope. Selling a new project or barrel pick at first for charity to later sell it at a higher price. Nope. Camp out for J. Madeline Bourbon 30 releases. Nope. You have an irrational fear of missing out by thinking this limited special release or single barrel pick is the one.
I'll give myself a point there too, but you epitomize that.
Yep. Have a personal collection of whiskey hang tags. Nope.
No.
Refer to whiskey as juice. Yep, we've all done that.
That's so I can drink it in the morning.
Yep. If you participate in Facebook whiskey court groups and think they wield any actual power, double tater points if you're the admin. Nope. Try to sell Poor Man Pappy online. Nope.
No, that's just awful.
Yeah. If you think that being a Tennessee Squire, I didn't know Tennessee had a thing called Tennessee Squire. That's pretty awesome.
I don't even know what that is.
Or a Kentucky Colonel makes you any type of whiskey expert. It does not. But I do want to become a whiskey colonel. That would be amazing. Or a Kentucky Colonel. Folks that get upset when they find out their local store sold an allocated bottle to a random person when they spent hours visiting random stores and planning store visits when out of town. Jack gives himself a point. What else is that?
I wasn't out of town.
Participate
the
in or
the
promote...
spirit of that is just getting upset with your local whiskey store, your liquor store.
If you participate in or promote a whiskey pyramid scheme where you give someone one bottle and expect more than one bottle in return.
That's Brian.
I was gonna say.
That is Brian.
Although I like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start.
If you wait in line at a random liquor store before they open just in case they might put something good out. Yeah, I've done that once or twice. Store owners, managers are taters for bundling non-related products together. To buy a bottle of Eagle Rare, you must also buy this $70 bottle of wine. If you name a child a pet,
where are these bundles? I mean, not
Yeah.
Eagle Rare, but
Like
let's put something else better than Eagle Rare in there.
Yeah.
I'd do that.
If you name a child or pet after a bourbon brand or a person in the bourbon industry, you believe the neck pour of the bottle somehow tastes different than the rest of the bottle.
Yes, we're gonna do an episode on this because it's science.
Yeah.
I
believe it.
I agree with this theory.
Yeah.
I would for it to be proven.
So this one also Chuck is guilty of. You recommend a stop at Justin's House of Bourbon if traveling to Kentucky. Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking about this recently because it was about this time last year that you got my single barrel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, have they done any more releases? You need to go
Yeah,
visit.
but
You
they
need to
raised
go
the
there.
prices on their single barrels to like $250, $300.
It's my money.
Okay.
I'll worry about how I spend it. Thank you,
Yes.
dear.
In that case, a barrel, gold, 500. I saw it on sale for $485. Post pictures on social media when you find overpriced bottles of allocated whiskey at the retailer, thinking that they're price gouging and that your pictures will somehow make them lower the prices.
I don't
Yeah.
post pictures, but I do appreciate people that do.
Yeah. If you arrange a bottle for a photo to garner attention on social media by stacking on top of other items such as bottles, glasses, toppers, spoons, etc. I do not, but that's why I have my amazing photographer Tristan to do that. If you maintain a list of 90 plus reasons why folks are whiskey taters is the last one.
20.
Ah!
What was yours at?
21.
What's that lamp making?
It was
You're
the
like-
lamp, yeah.
Really
Which I
That's in
do
it.
for the good of the channel.
equally tater.
Oh, man. So, yeah. All right, so we're not like 20, 21 out of 90.
I
That
feel like
ain't bad.
that's an
Pretty good.
acceptable level of tater.
Yeah, unfortunately, some of the stuff we get tatered for because of the channel, which is saving others from being taters. So, all right.
We're all a little bit
That's
tater.
the new tagline of the channel. Saving you from being a tater.
That and saving you from the, 3 months of Buffalo Trace chasing when there's better things out there.
Exactly.
So, all right. So, yeah, I think it was good. Excited when we do this again.
It was fun. Now that I know that, like, I mean, I don't know if I'll be invited to play again, but that you at least kept it themed and it wasn't quite so random.
Well, but
I can focus a little bit more when I make my choices, thinking that they're related to each other.
well, the next one that gets sent out is you're the one in charge of.
Oh, we're gonna flip it,
Yeah,
so I should make it random.
you do what you want, but it's going to be me versus Chuck versus
No,
Brian.
I'll make it themed. Make it themed.
Just
so-
let me know what they are ahead of time, but don't let them know. That's all.
No. No.
So yeah, so we're gonna start doing this a little more often. One, to train the palates and everything like that, because we got to get Chuck to enter the top whiskey taster since he continues to hit the proof out of the park. You cannot touch him on that section. So we're gonna train him up and everything like that. But yeah, that'll be fun. In March, like I said, be on the lookout. We are going to be doing that Maker's Mark DNA flight along with our bracket challenge, which we have to all figure out what we're going to send to stay in our price range and everything like that. So that'll be a lot of fun. The end of this week and next week, we are finally releasing our top whiskeys of 2021. Somebody held us up, but we made it happen. It's coming out. So that was a lot of fun. And to be fair, a lot of them you can still find. So, yeah, so it should be good stuff. And yeah, it'll be fun. So keep watching, hit that like, hit the comment, subscribe stuff, all that fun thing. We keep getting closer and closer to that 1,000 mark. When we hit the 1,000, we're going to give away some amazing samples. It'll be a lot of fun. So, yeah.
Getting really close, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Stay neat.
See y'all. Power bourbon.
Filling in for Brian.